Topic 1. Procter & Gamble plans significant job cuts due to economic pressures and tariffs. Procter & Gamble, P&G, plans to cut up to 7,000 jobs globally over the next 2 years, which represents about 6% of its workforce and approximately 15% of its non-manufacturing staff. This decision is part of a restructuring plan aimed at addressing rising costs due to consumer demand imbalances and tariff uncertainties in the U.S. P&G intends to withdraw from certain product categories and brands in specific markets as a long-term strategy to tackle current economic challenges. The company is facing reduced consumer spending due to economic uncertainty, and the tariffs imposed by President Donald Trump are adding significant costs, prompting P&G to consider price increases and cost-cutting measures. Topic 2. Amazon invests $10 billion in North Carolina for a data center and AI campus. Amazon plans to invest $10 billion in Richmond County, North Carolina, to expand its cloud computing and artificial intelligence infrastructure. This project is expected to create at least 500 high-tech jobs and support thousands of additional jobs through construction and the data center supply chain. Amazon will collaborate with local universities and community colleges to provide training programs for talent in data center operations and fiber optics. This investment aims to position North Carolina as a hub for advanced technology and stimulate local economic growth. Richmond County already hosts data centers, including one operated by Apple, and this project is anticipated to bring significant changes to the community. Since 2010, Amazon has invested $12 billion in North Carolina, and this new investment will further strengthen its presence in the state. Topic 3. Trump administration's controversial immigration policies and legal challenges. President Donald Trump is pushing a bill that extends tax cuts, eliminates taxes on tips and overtime wages, increases state and local tax deductions, and boosts spending on immigration enforcement. This legislation is expected to increase the national debt, raising concerns among many economists, investors, and Republican lawmakers. Some figures, including Elon Musk, have criticized the bill for potentially leading to unsustainable debt. While the Trump administration argues that economic growth can reduce the deficit, independent economists view this outlook as unrealistic. The bill is projected to require an additional $2.4 trillion in borrowing over 10 years, which has sparked controversy even among many Republicans. The proposed increase in immigration enforcement spending is a contentious part of the bill, central to the debate over its passage. Topic 4. European Central Bank cuts interest rates to stimulate eurozone growth. The European Central Bank (ECB) has lowered interest rates to 2% to stimulate economic growth in the eurozone. This move is aimed at mitigating the economic impact of former President Donald Trump's trade war, with the ECB having cut rates by 0.25% 8 times over the past year. Economic growth in the eurozone, particularly in France, Germany, and Italy, has been slowing, with weak projections for the coming year. The ECB anticipates that U.S. tariffs will negatively affect growth, but believes that increased government spending on defense and infrastructure will support growth in the medium term. ECB President Christine Lagarde noted that the rate cut was nearly unanimous and that it remains uncertain whether further cuts will be necessary amid global economic uncertainty. Inflation has fallen to 1.9%, below the ECB's target of 2%, providing room for further rate cuts. Topic 5. U.S.-China trade relations and tariff disputes. Trade relations and tariff disputes between the U.S. and China have remained tense in recent years. CNBC's Jim Cramer mentioned that NVIDIA's graphic chips could provide leverage for the U.S. in its trade war with China. President Trump has threatened to impose high tariffs on Chinese imports, and while both countries agreed to